There we go. We're recording. All right, welcome everybody. Thank you to the pit. Welcome to the pit stop training. We get started. We have already. Can you guys see the slides, right? The welcome
Yeah.
Yes.
slide. Yes, thank you very much. We've done the introduction, so we're going to get right to it. For those of you that are new, I don't think there are very many, but a couple. Movable Feast, as you probably know, was formed way back in 1989 with just a handful of people making meals for folks over home with HIV. Over the years, we have grown and grown and grown until, last year we served 427,000 meals. We had an exciting announcement just this past Monday. The Maryland State Department of Health, we've entered into a multi-year partnership with them, along with Food and Friends, to provide more than 1 million meals to more than 3,000 people over a few years. And we expect this to just about double our service capacity within a couple years. It's going to be a just intense, exciting period of growth for us, and we're very excited. Um, as you probably know, Movable Feast provides medically tailored meals, which are meals that are specifically designed to meet the nutritional needs of folks, depending on their various diseases. So, we serve people with all manner, diabetes, HIV still, cancer, heart disease. Sarah's parents are on the call. It's one of the folks that help us tailor those meals for those people. This is the 24th ride for the feast. We've actually got a couple of signups in the last few days. I think we're actually at 225 riders right now. We have 117 that are doing the long route, the 100 miles, 45 doing the 70, 31 doing 45 miles, and then 22 doing our short route, 30 miles. We have a few virtual riders, but I think we have 84 people. This is their first ride for the feast. I think that's pretty exciting. There are 8 pit stops along the route. You are part of a team to keep the riders safe, including the SAG drivers, which are drivers that drive around in their cars. And we have moto volunteers on motorcycles that parade the route as well. We also have paid state troopers that are going to be stationed at some of the more scary intersections. I'd like to remind everyone too that the riders will be voting on what the best pit stop was. Um, Last year, Atlanta the Unicorns kind of took it by a landslide, I think. So Joey's got a
I know.
got a
Got big
legacy,
shoes to
a
fill.
legacy to maintain. But just
Don't count on it.
it is you don't have to go all out like the Land of the Unicorns do, but having a fun theme is great. It kind of breaks up I won't say monotony, but it really kind of inspires the riders and it just makes it a lot of fun. Okay. I'm gonna get out of this for a second and let's see. Hold on. We're gonna look at the pit stop manual real quick. I know I've emailed this out to everyone. Um, I'm not gonna go through the whole manual. I just want to kind of look at it briefly. Here we go. All right. So this document should pretty much answer any question you have about running a pit stop. The second page has all the contact information for the various leaders of the stops, all sorts of directions. We're going to go over a lot of this in the following slides, the Cliff Notes version, I guess. But I do want to pause on a couple slides just to make sure you guys are aware of this stuff is here. We have, of course, an entire route map. And then each pit stop, there's a kind of breakdown of that stop, the hours you kind of expect to be there, kind of a layout of the stop itself. You can see each stop has a page. You do not need to print this. A copy of this will be in the materials dropped off at your pit stop when you get there on Saturday morning. All right, I'm gonna go back to the slideshow now. Any questions about the manual? I meant to say too, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I have a quick question. I looked
Yeah.
at mine, number
Uh,
three, Martin Sutton, and it looks like the route has changed slightly. Um, they're going straight instead of turning right. Um, I just
yeah, there have been some construction stuff we've had to work around.
okay,
Um, yeah.
that's fine. We'll be able to tell everybody, and you'll have signs like you always do.
Yeah, Cadence does an awesome job with the signs. Uh, sorry, I'm like, sorry, y'all. There we go. All right. All right. As we go through, anyone who's done this a lot before, I invite you to chime in, add any experiences you've had. If you are new and you have a question, please just interrupt. We don't need to, don't worry about that. Sorry, I'm trying to like hide this thing on my screen so I can see what I'm doing. All right, pit stop crews. This was setting up and breaking down the pit stop. So when you get there early Saturday morning or um, you'll generally find a pile of supplies, and you need to get that set up. So they'll be mixing Gatorade, getting water in the cooler, just putting the food out on the table in kind of a, nice way. Of course, throughout the morning, you're going to be passing out food and water to the riders. We will record all the riders as they pass through the pit stops. There will most likely be some that just fly by you. Do your best to get their number. Um, I was telling Joe, it's not the end of the world if you miss someone. We just like to keep eyes on the riders as they're out on the course.
Last year, the biggest problem that I had recording the riders was some of them, their numbers weren't readily visible.
Yeah.
It got it hidden almost.
Yeah, and you also find that you'll have one or two coming in at a time, and then all of a sudden 20 show up, and that's kind of when you need those three or four people. Um, but the veteran riders will be expecting it. The new riders, they won't know to check in, but yeah, good to know.
Big megaphone I'm going to use.
Yeah. Um,
I think that's a
so
good idea.
So command and control, for those who don't know, command and control consist of Pam and Blue, two volunteers that have been doing this for a very long time, and Ethan, one of the Cadence employees, and they are inside the building at Talbot County Community Center. And that is really the communication hub of the entire event. Throughout the day, if you see anything, if there's wasp at your pit stop, if you just witness anything you think is interesting, you call them, let them know. The more they know, the better. Um, if a rider needs help, obviously that would be a call to them. Um, but they are expecting your call, so don't, if you're in question, should I call? Just go ahead and call. That number, of course, is on the pit stop manual. It's on every rider's bib. Um, Command and control is who the riders call if they get a flat tire, need to be picked up by SAG. Again, pit crew tasks, recording the rider as they reach the pit stops. Um, some tips there. It can be chaotic, but it's overall working at pit stop is kind of a relaxed, fun activity, I think. Once the last rider leaves your pit stop, if you could call the next pit stop to let them know, I'm sorry, the first rider. Once the first rider,
First structure.
yeah.
Okay.
And all those numbers are on that first, I think the second page of the manual. So you can just look down the list, let them know, hey, a rider's coming your way. So yeah, here's continued pit crew tasks, things that you'll call command and control for when the last rider departs. Um, I was telling Joe, the checklist you'll get for the riders will have all their numbers. We're just going to go by numbers, not by names. So you'll get a list of all the rider numbers with a little checkbox. You check them off. If once the last rider has passed your stop, if there are people missing, you should let command and control know. and we'll go look for them. We'll know the last rider because we have a caboose, what we call the caboose. So this is the person that literally follows the pack of riders, always staying behind the last rider.
Are they on a bike or a
I
motorcycle?
think, well, I think this year it may actually be one of the moto volunteers driving a scooter.
Oh,
I tried and tried. I could not find a person willing to ride the 100-mile route. Super slow. People have done it before, and we appreciate it. I do think it's going to be Naoma on a scooter this year. She's a longtime moto volunteer, and she offered to do it. So, yeah. Saving time for you guys to read this. So again, this is kind of a summarized version of what's in the pit stop manual.
so the caboose will find like the pit stop leaders, right? So we know she's there, or she'll be obvious.
She'll be the lady on a scooter.
I guess that's pretty goes without saying.
Yeah, she knows what her job is, so she'll
Okay.
arrive, introduce herself, hang out for a minute probably, and then carry on following the riders.
Yeah.
So setup again, when you get there, you'll find the supplies kind of in a little pile near the stop. The supplies are dropped off early in the morning, and it really should be everything you need to run the pit stop. Everything, water, food, all that. The extras you bring are kind of what make it special. So we have Joe with all the inflatable unicorns and all that stuff.
Theoretically.
Yeah. When you get there, just kind of look around. You will either have public restrooms or porta potties, but there are some form of restroom at all the pit stops. Note the entry exit points. Holly already pointed out that hers have changed a little bit since last year. So just kind of look at that when you get there. Then, set everything out on the table. You'll have a quick cover in your pack of stuff. Please cover the table so it looks nicer. And in terms of what food you'll receive, it does kind of vary from pit stop to pit stop. We haven't actually sorted out all the supplies yet, but we try to mix it up so folks don't get the same thing at every stop. So you all have something a little bit different.
I like to cut the oranges. You usually give knives and things to make it easier for the riders quick. If that happens to come to my station, I'll be cutting them up.
Yeah, I think we got actually a tangerine, so
Okay. Oh,
might
no
not have to
cutting.
cut. There will be several of the stops have peanut butter jelly sandwiches, so you'll get all the stuff you need to make those. And this secure tents with zip ties and sandwich bags. Perry, if you can, I don't know that we have that for them in the rest stop supplies, do we?
So they will, the sandbags will come with the tents. There will
Okay.
be zip ties in the bag. But that's really depending on whether the sandbags are secure enough you might want to just reinforce the leg.
Okay, great. Yeah,
But
we
there will
have.
be zip ties.
Okay. We have all the sandbags here in the office. They're fun to move around. They weigh quite a bit. All right. Things to remember. If you witness an accident, 911 is your first call. If someone is hurt bad enough that they need medical attention, please call 911. Once 911 has been called, get someone else to call the command center. 911 will likely keep you on the phone. So have another person there. Call the command center, let them know what's going on. We just ask that you don't gossip about stuff you've seen. If anyone asks, just we just ask that you don't talk about riders having accidents and that kind of thing. Command and control is really in charge of when you open, when you close. So please don't just close your pit stop without getting approval from Pam and Blue and command and control. Please don't serve alcohol. I know we've done that in the past, but it's a different day. So please don't serve alcohol on the route. All right, lunch. For everyone at pit stops 1, 2, and 3, we invite you to, once your pit stop closes, come back to the start finish at Talbot County Community Center. We'll have lunch for you there. Everyone working pit stops 5, 5, 6, and 7, we are going to bring that lunch to you. Stop 4 is the lunch stop, so that's where lunches are delivered. The 70, 100-mile riders, they will eat lunch at that pit stop, whereas the 30s and the 45s, they'll return to TCCC to get their lunch. For those at those last pit stops, 5, 6, and 7, Gray, if you know him, our new volunteer coordinator, he is going to be calling you to get the order of everyone at your pit stop and then heading your way with the lunches. That'll probably be around 10 o'clock is when he'll be calling. Any questions about lunch? Yeah, I kind of ran through that really fast. I would like to open it up now for folks that have done this to maybe comment, folks that are new to ask any questions you have. So
I have one question.
Yeah.
Is so there are no movable feast staff at each pit stop. So it's all we're doing it all. The volunteers are doing it all.
Not staff at each. So number 4, Karen is going to be at number 4.
Oh,
She's a movable
yeah.
fee staff.
Right.
Sarah
That's a
is going to
lunch.
be at number 6 with her parents. And then that lunch pit stop, we're going to have a lot of board members and other staff will be
Right.
visiting there. And
Okay.
then some of the staff are just going to visit pit stops throughout the day. We have Bridget Dahoney, our communication manager, is going to be driving the route with a videographer. We have a video crew this year that's going to be
Nice.
filming the event. They may pop in, ask you for a comment. So they're going to be kind of roving all day. Eleanor, too, will be hitting several of the rest stops. Yeah.
Okay.
What other questions do we have?
Hey Kevin, this is Sarah. Sorry I hopped on a little
Oh,
late.
no, sorry.
I had just seen in the packet that you mentioned us kind of like reaching out to anybody else in the pit stop. So I just wanted to see if, are we going to get information about the other people at the pit stop, numbers and stuff like that, just to kind of coordinate, or is that all in the packet?
Well, what you'll have in the pit manual is the leaders for each pit stop.
Okay.
So you have their numbers. You can contact them. You have command and control as well as a resource to call with any questions or to report any issues. Something I said earlier is if anything is going wrong, call command and control just to let them know. If you run out of something, you can call them. They really are kind of the hub of communication for the day.
Great. And then also too, I just noticed that I think that might be my work cell that's on the manual, and I don't use that, so I'll email you my
Okay.
other set and we'll get
All
it
right, good
updated.
deal. Yeah, why don't we pull that up real quick just to make sure I don't have any other bad phone numbers.
Who is that? Do you want to just tell us what it is? Was that Sarah that said that?
Yeah, I'll get Sarah's tomorrow. I just want to show this real quick.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put it in the chat right now.
Oh, then I can, because I already printed this thing out.
Does anyone else's phone numbers look bad? Joe, I know that in the one I emailed out, Mark's phone number was wrong. So
Mark. Oh, Mark
don't,
Branson.
whatever you printed
Oh,
out,
yeah,
don't use
question
that
marks.
on event day.
No, it was a question mark on what I printed out.
Okay,
So
yeah.
if you have it, tell me. I'll write it down along with Sarah's.
Mark Branson at Pit Stop 5. His number is it's on the screen. It's 443-651-0201. Sarah, do you mind giving yours out on the call? Or
Yeah, that's
oh, you
fine.
put it in the chat, right? I'm
Yeah, I put it in
sorry.
the chat. 304-279-6229.
304-279-6229.
Yes.
Awesome. Everyone else's numbers look okay.
Yes.
All right, it's not even 6:30 yet. We got through this too fast. Certainly have some more questions.
I have my I have my hand up. I'm
Yeah.
on pit stop one. And just curious, because I've got my family who are reporting to the ride. I'm just not sure. I need to start orchestrating how
hmm
I need two cars
Mm.
so that they can get their bikes to the start. So just trying to understand that.
Well, you could catch a ride with me. And Katie will probably ride together too, because they're going the night before. Um, but I'll be at Talbot Community Center, I guess, to go from there. Well, maybe
Joe,
not.
I might
Maybe,
need to catch a ride with you because I think John's going to take
yeah,
the car to start with his bike. I
yeah,
guess.
because we could just leave from there and go straight to the stop. We don't need to go to. There's no
Right.
reason we would need.
Yeah.
This is a question for Kevin, right? We don't
Yeah.
need to go to Talbot Community Center, right? We just go directly to the stop.
Yeah, you do not need to check in at the community
Okay.
center. You can go straight to the pit stop.
Since we're going to be there by
I'm going to
6,
do my
yeah.
best to get your t-shirts in the correct sizes in your pit stop supplies.
Oh, gotcha.
Everyone that's
Um,
signed up, that was one of the questions. I've got your size.
So who is that? I can't see that just said that.
I'm Chris.
Chris, right.
Yep.
I'm going to write you down here. Because you could catch a ride with us. Where are you staying? Are you guys going down the night before?
Yeah, we're going down the night before.
You
I mean,
staying in Easton or whatever?
I don't remember what hotel we're at. We're gonna go out to the Rebel party the night before.
Yeah.
So I guess I can always orchestrate then.
Yeah, because I'm staying with the Morantos and we're in Easton, right, Katie? At the Hilton, I think, or whatever.
I have no idea where are we staying for the ride?
John is in charge of that.
Staying where? Fairfield Inn. Why?
Fairfield. Oh,
There's no
yeah.
Hilton in Easton.
Well, I don't know.
Four Seasons.
Fancy
Easton.
The W. Chris, if you don't mind, why don't you just tell me your number and then we can, I'll connect with you and you can catch a ride with me and Katie.
Okay. Yep. It's 443
Mm-hmm.
414 2647.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna go to I think we're going to the Rebel party, but I'm gonna be there kind of late. I'm not getting into town as
Okay.
early as I hoped because I have something else I got.
Okay. Well, I'll text you by Friday and then let you know where I'm staying.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you got my number on there.
Perry, do you have any words of wisdom to offer everyone?
No, I think you guys, most of you have done this, so you've got the skill set. I would just say that, if you run out of any supplies, if you see that you're running out of ice or peanut butter or anything like that, to just call into command and we'll get someone out there to get that stuff replenished. But definitely keep your eye, particularly people on the later stops. Keep your eye on the ice because the stuff that we send out at 6 a.m. Will be in a large cooler. There'll be bags of ice, but whatever we end up with temperatures, that stuff could melt. So keep your eye on it and let us know, and we'll get you replenished.
Bear in mind too that we don't have drones to send stuff directly to you, so it takes some time to move things
No
around.
drones.
So be patient, I guess would be my request.
Yeah. So that's where kind of keep your eye on it and kind of think like, a half an hour, 45 minutes ahead.
Yeah.
But you should have plenty of stuff. It's just really the ice is the concern given the weather.
Any other questions or comments?
No.
How many
You all
people
just-
are usually at each pit stop?
It depends. I would, usually like 4 or 5 is really kind of the minimum, to be comfortable. It kind of depends on how long they're open and how many routes go through them. So anywhere between like, I'd say 5 and maybe 20. The first pit stop, historically has attracted a lot of people. People bring their families and kind of hang out. I don't know for a fact it'll be like that this year. But yeah, so I would say between 5 and 10 is probably the recommended number.
So we're at 6, which is only on the 100-mile route. So
Yeah,
they can,
and that one's pretty late in the day, so the riders really kind of stretch out by that point. So you probably will not see big groups of riders come in. That would be my expectation.
Mhm.
Are there more volunteers than are here on the meeting?
Yes, but folks from several stops have not called in. Like Joe, for your stop, I think I have 6 people right now.
Yeah, well, there's
Um,
5 of us on here, so
Yeah,
that's
probably
good.
everybody.
Who do you have for me, Kevin? I know Penny Harbin. If she hasn't volunteered in yet, she usually helps me.
Pull it up here. Let's see, Holly. Holly, right now I've got 1, 2. I got, including you, 4. I don't have.
Okay.
Who's that again? You said, I'm sorry.
Penny Harbin,
Yeah.
Lisa's mom.
Yeah,
She usually is. Is she on that?
I don't have her yet.
Okay, I just emailed Lisa. Well, I'm sure she'll come around. So,
Okay.
so definitely 4, including me, is what you said.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Well, and it kind of looks like, Kevin, the job descriptions here, I didn't look at them closely until just now, and I was thinking we needed, like 2, 4, 6, 8, but a lot of what this is kind of before riders even get there. So the most important thing is like when they come through, right? Just checking
Yeah.
them off. So we'll coordinate how we're gonna.
Yeah. I mean, really,
do
Joe,
that.
yeah, your pit
Because that
stop,
really,
yeah. Your pit stop is probably going to be the most difficult to do the check-in just because so many riders
Yeah.
are going to be coming
Somebody
in
will be coming
all
at
together.
once. yeah.
I don't know how they've done that in the past. They may have a system. You could ask John about it.
Gilligan, yeah.
Yeah.
I did it 1 year, Joe, and I'd never
Mm.
want to do it again.
Well, I have a megaphone, so my thinking is I'll watch out for people and yell the numbers out, and somebody else check them off,
Yeah.
or 2 people be checking them off.
Yeah, I think I missed like somewhere between 30 and 40 numbers. They just, it was the early riders and the last riders were easy, but the bit in the middle where there's like 10 or 15 people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, we'll do our best.
Any other questions or thoughts, comments? Can't thank y'all enough for doing this. It's a fun job, but it's a hard job too. But I think we've leaned into the fun, and the riders are always, of course, very appreciative, as is Movable Feast, for your time. So throughout the week, I'll be sending out email updates. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call or email me. So yeah, thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Everybody
You all do a good
Thanks,
job too.
Kevin.
Thanks.
Thank
Thanks for
you,
being
everyone.
organized.
Kevin.
Everybody have a great
Thank
night.
you, Kevin.
Thanks. See you, everybody.
You.
Bye-bye. Bye.